My name is Mickey Dietrich, and I went through the Horse Help Challenge with Michael Gascon and through the horsemanship program there that they have. I wish I had a lot of time to go through everything because there's so much that has impacted me through this training that I've been through with them and going through this challenge. I will have to say right out that everybody there has been terrific. Michael and Kelsey are always there to help answer questions and be there for you, and they'll stay on as long as they need to get those questions answered. With that, I also wanted to say that the horse help group that I was involved with, the Facebook group, they're full of wonderful people there to support you. It's a very positive environment that Michael and Kelsey create, and I really enjoyed that and kind of needed that. So I'll just briefly say I got started with horses in October 2020, adopting 3 older kind of horses, 2 draft horses and a mini. And our goal was to only have 1 or 2 horses. We currently have 5. And so I got involved with the horses, like I said, in 2020. But throughout my life, ever since I was little, I can remember I watched every Western I could. I always wanted to have a horse. Kind of gave up that maybe that was going to happen. And then in October 2020, things kind of changed. We built a barn that summer, a small barn, and plan on maybe getting 1 or 2 horses. And then, like I said, we ended up adopting 3 and kind of threw us right into the fire all at once. And like one guy told me, says, you've probably been through more in a year and a half than a lot of people probably been through their whole life with a horse. It just seemed like whatever could happen happened, but we made it through and we stuck with it. And so now fast forward to last year, my daughter was going through doing horse shows and going through training, and she really wasn't getting the training anymore. She kind of was getting overlooked and not getting the level of training she'd gotten the year prior. And so we were going to horse shows, and she was kind of feeling pretty left out, and nobody was there to instruct her. So I actually had to start looking up, Googling YouTube videos to try to figure out how to work with her horse and her, because she actually we got a quarter horse for her. He's 27 now, so he's an older horse. And so trying to figure out how to teach her, and I was never a trainer or anything. And so I started looking around online, and at the same time, we also had a horse that we'd taken in as a rescue horse. It was a Percheron Belgian cross, and she was about 3.5, 4 years old. She was pregnant. She had a really bad leg, but originally the vets thought that it was just broken, and she might be able to be ridden eventually, but that was never the case for her. It was something she was born with. And but anyways, so I wanted to put her through some training, especially like ground manners, because she was hard to handle. I didn't know where to begin, and there really wasn't anywhere around here for me to get that type of training. So anyways, I started looking, Googling, and then I came across Michael Gascon horsemanship website, and I reached out to him through Facebook on Messenger, and it's probably Kelsey who got back to me, but she was very positive, hearing about the situation we're in, contacted me immediately. And then, so I kind of knew that was probably the right fit for us, as far as if I could get training, virtually or online through them. And then in the fall of this past year, things, got very difficult. A lot going on in my life. My father had major surgery for an aggressive cancer, and he had complications from it. So I was splitting my time between my parents and my family, and trying to help my family through things too that we're going through. And it was a very difficult time. Even had a person who I thought was a friend in the horse world and wasn't, at the end of the day. And so it was just a very difficult time for me. And then I saw the Horse Help Challenge. So I decided to go do the Horse Help Challenge, and it's probably the best thing I ever did. Taking that step, you're kind of focused each day what you got to do. You're focused on working with your horse, getting out there with your horse. Spending that time with your horse makes a big difference. And we had actually just taken on a 12-year-old Percheron who's always been driven but not ridden. So I basically started from scratch with him, and I was nervous to ever ride him. So I thought this program would help, and I have to say it did. It changed everything for me. I feel more confident with him. He's come a long way. Um, I'm now like galloping down through the arena with him because I'm not scared of him anymore. And I'd have to say that this training has really helped me with that. Like provided me with the tools that I need to be a more confident rider and be prepared. And they run through a lot of the groundwork that is needed. Actually, around here, there's really not a lot of trainers that do the groundwork with kids, especially, and that's a safety thing, and it's not really being done. But through the Michael Gascon and the Horse Help Challenge, they really do that. They work with you from the ground up. I mean, you start from basically pre-K all the way up 12th grade, and then you can get into more advanced stuff. And it's great how they have it broken down that way. So I just want to say I can't say enough good things about them. I recommend everyone going through their course or taking their challenge. But look at some of the training opportunities that are out there with them. I know they have retreats. Hopefully one day I'll be able to get out there with my daughter and take her. I think she would learn so much from them. And so with that, I appreciate everything they've done.